Before we go and look at the standard C function library proper, I'd like to mention that there exists a type of function in the standard C library, and indeed ones that we can create as well, called void functions. The void function is as follows. We can state explicitly that a function can never return a value to whatever called it. If you don't specify what the return type of a function is, it is taken by the compiler to have a return type of integer, int. And even with the return type of integer, the function does not actually have to return anything. If you leave out a line that says return something, the compiler does not complain at you. And this is not a really good state of affairs, because you can actually forget. You can actually have a real integer function and you can forget to return something. So the use of a void function doesn't really fix that, but it enables you to do a little bit of on-the-spot checking, very quick and convenient checking to see if a function should or should not return a value. If you make it a practice of declaring all functions that don't need to return values as void functions, and any functions that are integer functions are functions that actually do return legitimate integer values, then you should be able to check at any point just by looking at a program to see whether it should or should not return something. An example of a void function might be like this. A function called print the details of an employee. Now, such a function really doesn't have any return value. It's just going to print out a bunch of details, and that's all it's going to do. So it doesn't need to return a value, so we can make it a void function. Such a function would not need to have a return statement in it. This is not required by the compiler, like I just said a moment ago, but it is strongly recommended. Try and get into the habit of, whenever you're about to create a function, think to yourself, what type of value is this function going to return? And if it's not going to return any value, then make it a void function. It's a good idea to do that. Anyway, we'll see some void functions coming up in this chapter, and we're going to start creating our own ones from this point onwards. Okay, that's all there is to do with void functions.